McNeil. Welcome to Entrepreneur Talks podcast run by Women Flix. I'm very excited to have you here.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to get into some good stuff today.
Fantastic. So before we go straight to the questions related with your journey and in business and so on, tell me and tell to my listeners, where are you talking from?
I am in Western New York in the United States. We're kind of right outside of Buffalo, about 30 minutes from Niagara Falls.
Fantastic. Wow.
Yeah.
So how is the weather in your country or area, let's say?
Right now it is very cold. We haven't been able to do too much outside. In Fahrenheit, it's been in the 20s. So it's below zero. But today I see some sunshine, so I'm excited to get outside a little bit later.
That's good. That's good because here in London it's quite. Yesterday was snowing all day,
Yeah,
and
I heard.
the ice is leaving us, and it's becoming cold. It's too cold. Coming again. So, but there we go. We live. We survive. We
Hmm.
survive. All right. So, in 3 words, Ines, tell me who is Ines?
Oh gosh.
As a person. As a person.
Driven.
That's awesome.
Very driven, independent, and caring.
Awesome. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. I love it because I do this with so many different people, and it's awesome that everyone knows most of the people knows exactly how who they are because yeah,
Hmm.
good. It's really good. So now going to
Yeah.
your business, what exactly do you
Yeah.
do?
I am a business coach and consultant to pet business owners, so mostly dog trainers, but I have also coached horse trainers and cat trainers in how to run a more efficient and profitable business so that they can reach 6 figures without working to the bone.
Oh, and what made you choose the dogs and like the vet? Where is this coming from?
I have always loved dogs. Even though my parents didn't really let me have any growing up, I've been a huge fan of animals. I got a college degree in biology, and grew up at the animal shelter, volunteering every weekend in my teenage years. So I've always loved dogs. And was also very passionate about financial independence. As soon as I could work, the day after my 16th birthday, I started my first, legitimate job. Before then, I was pet sitting, doing anything I could to generate my own income. I've just always had that drive. And so those two little things kind of have grown. Yeah.
So Ines, do you also are a dog trainer?
Not anymore. I used to be, though.
Mhm.
Yeah. So kind of throughout college, I grew my own dog training business on the side for income. And that led to a little bit of blogging, which led to learning a lot about digital marketing, a lot about business in order to, save time and really grow my income on the side as I had time. So, yeah, those two things have really grown together.
Just went on the coaching way, the side. So
Hmm. Yeah, because a lot of people get into dog training because they love dogs. Obviously, like that's number one criteria for being a dog trainer. And what they don't realize is that when they start their own business to be a dog trainer, there's a lot of business stuff that has to go along with it in order to make a legitimate living as that. And there's a lot of things that I learned along the way that I then now coach my students through in my programs. So yeah.
can you talk a little bit about that systems that you should have in place and
Oh,
save money and time?
yeah, yeah. I'd say the number one thing is to be proactive and be intentional. Um, as dog trainers, like we really are good at that when we're working with the animals. But then when we're planning our own lives, our own business, um, all of that kind of planning mindset or being proactive kind of falls to the wayside. So people get really caught up in the minutia and really get caught up, especially if they do see success, they almost can get overwhelmed really quickly because of some things that are not in place ahead of time. So I would say really be intentional about the design of your business, which is really what I help people with.
Okay. Okay. When you say design is proactive, like is creating straight away what kind of a type of pictures, what you're gonna put on your website, your content.
Not even that. Just like the basic foundation and the structure of your business. So like
Right.
what services you're going to provide and making sure you're providing things that you enjoy serving, and delivering, right? Because a lot of people, when they get into dog training, they see their mentor providing group classes or private lessons, and they think that that is like the standard. That's what people expect. So that's what they go and do. But if you don't like teaching classes, then I really don't think you should be teaching classes. If you don't like private lessons, then don't bother doing private lessons. There's a lot of different things you can do and intentionally choose and design your business the way you want it to be instead of just kind of going with what has always been done in the industry.
Right. And that can be actually everything that you just said. It just it fits in any type
Yeah.
of
Yeah, it does.
to create something just for the sake to give to someone the pleasure of a type of class or business or producing something just without knowing or without enjoying
Right.
it. Yeah, it's totally
Yeah.
so good. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and you have a lot of what kind of when you say you work with this, like you are a business coach and life coach for the trainees.
Not so much life coaching, but you can't build a business where you're kind of a solopreneur without addressing some of the life like mindset stuff that comes along with it, right? But yeah.
Well, what type of it is universal? Like, I mean, in terms of females, is any niche specific, or is everyone that is got a business on dog?
It's pretty much anybody that has a dog training business. I really focus primarily on science-based trainers, people that use Lima principles, which is least invasive, minimally aversive training techniques, so that they're non-confrontational with the animals. So those kind of people that are really into the science of it, and so that they can really they go typically through a lot of seminars, they go through a lot of schooling, and I just am there to help them make sure they maximize their return on their education, right? And being able to build a profitable business.
And it works, right?
It's needed, yes.
So and now with the lockdowns and how I say quarantines, COVID, let's say, how did this affect your business? How you working these days?
I was already 100% remote already, virtual business, kind of just consulting from my home. But I'm really, really glad I was doing it when that happened, because so many dog trainers provide services in person, and they needed somebody with expertise in remote skills and remote dog training to kind of give them some tools to get started really quickly, because that was like a 1 week, like you needed to get virtual like immediately if you were going to keep your business up and going.
Okay, so yeah, because you do coaching and you've been on the online remote work, so I believe like it didn't affect you that much then. It didn't affect you at all.
No, not too much. And I was able to help a lot of people, thankfully.
Yeah, that's good. But like you said, I keep thinking like you also do dog training, but you don't do dog training. But
not anymore, no.
Yeah, but for your clients, when it comes to okay, they having the coaching with you to carry on with their business, what is the kind of advice you gave or you help them to realize that they could be doing during the COVID season, because we're still on. So
yes,
the best thing for them right now, because it's quite hard to train a dog by a Zoom, right?
That's what you would think. I've actually seen, I know. But the thing about dog training is, unless you're doing like a board and train where you bring the dog and you do the training yourself, a lot of times the dog and you do the training yourself, a lot of times, in private lessons, in group classes, you're the one teaching the humans how to train their dogs. And so you're more of like a coach, which lends itself well to virtual training, because you're not there to do it for them. You can't do it for them. Even if you were there in person, you still have to teach them how to do it because you're not there 24/7. They're the ones living with their dogs. And so a lot of my students actually have been loving virtual dog training because obviously they have a lot more time in their day because they're not driving everywhere to go to their clients, but they also are seeing and working with clients that have a greater sense of responsibility for the results that they're pursuing with their dogs. So when you typically work with somebody in person, they kind of like like you're expecting a trainer to come in and train the dog for you. Whereas if you're doing virtual training, the expectation already is that like you can't do the work for them because the dog's not on Zoom, that you are there to teach them how to train their dog. And so it's been a really great experience for a lot of my students. They've worked with really wonderful clients all over the world. And a lot of them are keeping virtual training as part of their services moving forward, even after COVID.
I'm learning something today because I didn't have a clue that you're actually going to train the owner like me.
Yeah.
Instead of training, because in my mind, I always dog training, dog training.
Right.
Is like someone is going to dog training he's going to train my dog. But
Yeah.
that makes sense totally because we are the one that needs to learn. He already knows.
Right.
And
Right.
and I've seen on movies, just on movies, that they straight away, normally the dog trainer, soon he says or he does a move with his hands or he does a sound, the dog understands. And I'm like, I want to be like that. So he's coming and then he will come and teach me to do that kind of things, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Now it's simple.
Because you're the one living with your dog, right? Like sure, even like a board and train program where you send your dog off for like a boot camp and the trainer does a lot of work, they can teach your dog a lot, but at the end of the day, if you don't know how to do the right hand motions or say the right words, your dog's not going to understand what you're trying to say.
So true. Thank you so much for this teaching.
You're welcome.
A new thing in my life. I know I understand better. It's very important because till today, I was thinking you need to teach my dog. Like I would say, like I said to you, oh, please, I need help with my dog. But no, I need help for myself to help my dog.
Typically, yeah, it helps a lot in the progress.
Have a relationship with the dog.
Yes.
So
exactly.
And do you have a dog?
I have 2 dogs.
Yeah. Amazing. I believe they must be so good. They're very.
Oh, they're pretty good. I didn't become a dog trainer to create a robot. And so what I did with my own dogs, and a lot of trainers do too, is they just teach the dogs, the skills that matter to them, like living day to day with them. Like, what do I need my dog to know as they're living with me? What is important to me? What are the rules of the house? And so, beyond that, it's really just kind of extra fun stuff that we do. But, they know how to live with me. So that's the important part.
That's the thing, because when I say they must be very nice, is because they can connect with you and study.
Yeah.
Right? You have a chemistry.
Yes.
That is all I need right now with my dog.
Yeah.
To be connected in a way that I just know how to do these things. I don't know what things, but
exactly.
it will be very good to me. Good boy, good boy. But and I'm that kind of person right now. Even I'm saying this about the dog, that I know a couple of things we need to sort it out, to learn, to help be in a better relationship. I do, and I'm not gonna give up because I love him.
Aww.
and it's hard sometimes to see just coming on top of me. Oh, it's so big. There we go. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get there.
Awesome. That's good. That's a really good attitude to have.
So you have 2 dogs. You married? You got kids?
Yes. Yes, I have one year and a half old daughter. Mm.
So how do you deal with all this? Your business, your
Mhm.
dog, your wife,
Yeah.
your husband, your daughter, and it's so big, so small. It's a baby girl.
Yes, yes. With no childcare because of COVID and everything, we have not ever done daycare. Um, so yeah, it's just a lot of scheduling, making sure that we schedule in, alone time for ourselves, like individual alone time, just to have fun and to have a break, but also, scheduled time for one of us to take care of our daughter while the other one works. And, yeah, trying to squeeze everything else in between.
There is a plan behind. Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
I think is there we go again. I think a plan needs
Yeah.
to be anything. It works perfectly when it's a plan behind.
Yes.
No one
And
needs.
it's not to say that the plan was perfect to begin with. We've definitely tweaked things along the way, but you definitely have to start somewhere and start trying and then fix it, as you go.
So good because it's important for your sanity for everyone.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
but it's possible, right? Have it all.
Totally. Absolutely.
What a real experience, and we can say yes, it's possible.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Thank you for this amazing conversation. And what is one more question? No, two
Yeah.
more questions I do have for you, Ines. Uh, being a female, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this right, breadwinner.
Breadwinner. Yes.
What that means, breadwinner? You tell me.
Breadwinner means you bring home the money for in the household. So, yeah, not only am I an entrepreneur and like a mom that runs her own business, but my business pays all our bills. So yeah. So just a little pressure, but yeah, no, I love it. And like I said, early on, this started really early on for me. I always wanted to have my own money and make my own money. So that has not really been an issue for me. And uh, my husband is really good at taking care of other things. He's a great father to my daughter, and he also, does things like he helps out around the house. He does laundry, he does dishes, he does cooking.
Well,
So
kind of
he provides in a lot of other ways, and it really works really well for us. So
amazing, amazing.
yeah,
I always think like that's the best man in life. Cooks.
he's pretty awesome.
He doesn't need to go anywhere. Don't worry, you stay there. Oh, dream
Yep.
guy. That's my kind of dream guy. But thank
Yeah.
you once again, beautiful Ines. And now you can tell to my listeners how can people connect with you and find more about
Yeah.
your work.
Yeah, absolutely. If you are thinking about starting a pet business, I would love to get to know you. I have a free Facebook group called Business Support by the Modern Dog Trainer. You can also go to my website and binge all of the pet business advice on my blog and my podcast at themoderndogtrainer.net. So yeah, we'd love to help you if you're looking to start your own business in the pet industry.
And you what on Instagram as well.
Yes, on Instagram at the Modern Dog Trainer blog, because it all started as a little blog.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And
Yes.
all this information, all the links about your business and yourself will be on the description of the podcast. So anyone, any listener that is listening now, you're just gonna go in the description, click, and you get connected with Ines. Ines, thank
Wonderful.
you once again and continue
Thank you.
this for you and for your family. And also, I just want to mention one more thing because you're not just a breadwinner, you are a powerful breadwinner. Because on top of that, you have your coaching business. You do have two dogs, one daughter, one husband, and
Yes.
you host a podcast as well. And
Yes.
I know because I'm doing what you do as well, and it takes time. It takes
Yes.
hours to plan, to prepare, to post. So well done, well done.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. You take care, and I'm sure I'm gonna keep in touch.
Yeah.
And oh, and you can you talk as well about your free downloads for the trainers?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a free ebook called oh, I haven't shared it in a long time. Biggest mistakes that most dog trainers make with their new businesses. And yeah, I think you'll get the link to that as well. I think it's just themoderndogtrainer.net/ebook.
That's the one.
Awesome.
The link is going to be at the description as well, and then
Perfect.
get this for free. I hope a lot of dog trainers today they're gonna listen our conversation and they feel inspired and get in touch
Yeah.
to learn much more. I definitely need some help, so I'm looking forward to receive the list
Yes.
so I can
Yes.
get in touch with one of your clients, maybe whenever, yeah,
Absolutely.
and then find the best way to create a better relationship with my dog.
I
Right?
love it. That's perfect. I will. Yep.
Thank you once again, and you take care. Bye bye.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Ines.